Oh my God, just wow. Guys, welcome to the first ever episode of the CS podcast. I'm Christos Sainis and I will be your host throughout this journey. I'm very happy to be welcoming you guys here for a couple of episodes, actually, a lot of episodes. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so knowing that today's the day that you guys are finally going to see our first ever interview, I'm just really excited. Before we get any further, I like to encourage you guys to like, subscribe, and comment to the CS podcast, as well as following us on social media on Instagram at the.cs.podcast on Instagram and on Facebook we're at the CS podcast. All right, so you guys know that doing a podcast is a big job. It's a big project and you need people to help you. And I'm lucky enough to have these people. First of all, I want to thank Audio Technica Canada. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much for this equipment. This mic is insane. These headphones are the best thing ever. Just thank you 1,000 times. I also want to thank Jason Rockman and Ryan Stick, hosts of the Rockman Power Hour. Boys, I can't thank you enough. You guys have been nothing but help since day one. Since they found out I wanted to do a podcast, they've helped me so much, and I'm so grateful to have you guys part of this journey. All right, without further ado, let's go chat with the Najmuddin family. Hi everyone, I'm here with my first ever guest, the Najmuddin family from Edmonton, Alberta. How are you guys?
We're doing great, Christos.
My God, I'm so happy that you guys are my first guests. This is very exciting.
Yeah, we're honored to be your first guest. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is gonna be a fun one, guys. You guys don't want to leave. All right, we're gonna start with some questions because you guys know who the Najmuddin family is. They were on Family Feud Canada season 6, and they were really, really good. I've never seen that many comments on the Family Feud Canada's videos asking Family Feud Canada to cast you guys back for a redemption round. It's crazy.
Yep, we had a good time.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask. I probably should have done this beforehand, but did my agent give you my list of questions?
Okay, let's get to the questions, people.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna start with, first of all, what inspired you guys to apply on this show?
Well, can I start?
Okay,
so me and Nahla Noha always told each other for many years, we said we need to be on TV. The three of us need to be on TV. We're just funny. We have energy. We're just always thought we have to be on a show one day. So fast forward, we always had it in the back of our mind. One of my friends got on, and I thought, you know what, that's it. Family Feud is the best thing for us to start off our
careers.
Our career. No, I'm joking. So we thought, what a great place for us to get on and showcase our family and what we're all about.
Yeah, first of all, I also wanted...
The three of us decided that we're going to do this, but we need 2 brothers. So we took it from there. And then Nahla volunteered to be the captain. I said, I'll do the campaign stuff, and away we went.
Yeah, well, first of all, I wanted to know what was your reaction when you got the email that you guys were selected to play, because you guys know that this is a whole process and they're not going to pick everybody they see.
It was a lot of work, and when Nahla got that email and she told us, I'm telling you, we hit the roof. We were so excited. I'll let Nahla answer that part because she got the email.
Go ahead.
Yep, got that email, and I was so excited. I think I was driving at the time with my daughter, and I know I shouldn't been maybe checking, but she was driving anyway.
Okay, Sam's not here.
Yeah, it's okay. When I got the email, I was so excited. I couldn't wait to share with everyone, so I got on our yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah.
The reason why they had to pick up 2 brothers is because there's no more sisters. They picked up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They needed 2 famous people who are already famous and reputable. So that's why they picked up me and Sam.
Actually,
this is...
Me and Nahla Noha come as a package, okay? The 3 of us sisters are a package deal.
They're Siamese triplets.
We were the non-negotiables on the team. So
yeah.
It's going to be the 3 of us, obviously.
Stein is just saying that he is glad that there are not 5 sisters.
Nobody could handle 2 more of us. Let me tell you. Just like,
And Sam
Yeah,
and
that's
Sign
enough.
decided to join in because they wanted to support us and help us get on television.
Well, first of all, how was the audition process? Like you said, you wanted to be on the show. Well, how was the audition process? Like, how did everything work out?
the audition was quite lengthy, actually. There was a big, long application process. The application process, first of all, we had to submit a video. We put our heads together, came up with some ideas as to how we could make ourselves to be super energetic and fun. So we sent in that video. Then we were invited into, and so we had to again put our heads together, think of some ways for us to be super energetic, show everyone how fun we can be. So we auditioned, and we had tons and tons of questions to answer individually and as a family. And yeah, there was lots to do, but it was absolutely worth it.
Yeah. Well, this leads to my next question. Well, what was the experience like being at the CBC, and what was your favorite part?
I'll go first. Entering the CBC studios was just amazing. But I'll tell you, the part that got me is when all of us were standing on stage and I turned to the back when we're ready to play and I saw our name, Najmuddin and Lights, and it got me. I was ready to cry. I was so excited and so grateful to be on Family Feud. That was my dream to see us on Family Feud. It was my dream to see our name in Lights. And yeah, I couldn't imagine a better place for the Najmuddins to be on. It was perfect for us to be on Family Feud.
And your favorite part?
My favorite part of the game, or
No, like your whole experience from when you got there to when you guys had to leave.
I'm going to answer.
I think the favorite part was the 5 of us having a special bond from the beginning for the 3 days. We thank Family Feud over and over for that experience, but the 5 of us had the best time and special bonding. And like I said before, I never got cheered before by my brother Sam before, so that was the first time I ever got cheered. So I'll take it.
You had the courage to say that on the radio.
Yeah, I did. Who's
Yeah.
next? Who would like to say what was their best experience? That was my best experience.
Who's next to answer that question?
My best experience was probably my entrance leap.
Leap.
Yeah, the kiss jump when I entered the show was pretty good. I just wish I would have had a flying V guitar over my neck too. So,
Oh my God, sick! That would have been crazy.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh my
Give it a
God.
good rip power chord. But all I had was the jump, and I had to contain it a little bit. The reason why I'm discussing this now is I want to get it out of the way because I know it'll probably come up at some point. But I want to be the only person that ever did something like that on Family Feud.
I think you are the only person.
I am the only person. So
No one's done that jump.
And I had to contain it a little bit. I don't know if no one would really know that except for the rest of us in the fam, but I was kicking Noah every time I did that. So I didn't
Came
even
close.
know. I was
Came close.
until she told me, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. Try not to give her a flying drop kick on the next one.
With that famous jump, Crystals, what happened was he did that famous jump, but none of us saw it because we're all looking straight ahead, walking down the 2 steps. And then my name tag fell off, so they said we have to do it again. And Sign said right away, he goes, "Oh, good going, Dunya. Now I have to do this all over again." I go, "Do what?" He goes, "I just did the best David Lee Roth jump."
Oh my God, you must have been so mad.
And it cost me $100 pair of shoes too. I broke my heel off.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for a little while.
I should have got compensation for that out of the winnings, but I was willing to accept that expense for the sake of the family.
No, yeah. Told me those shoes were on their last legs anyways. Nice try.
I sacrificed for the family.
He had the producers looking for crazy glue so we can.
Yeah, that was my question.
That was quite the jump, Sign. Everybody loved it. Everybody loved that jump.
Yeah. Oh my God. And when I saw it on TV, I was so surprised. I was like, they actually kept the jump.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised too.
Yeah, that was a surprise. But yeah, so that was it for the experience part. But whose idea was it to apply to the show? This is the most interesting part, which I want to know.
It
Dunya's.
was me and Nahla.
So this is
I brought it up,
yeah.
but we always knew what the three of us were going to be on the show one day.
But hold on. If it was Donya's idea, Nala, why are you the captain?
So you get to me, but my favorite part of the experience was actually being the team captain and being focused in the family on like of the family members that were on the show. It was actually quite exciting to be the leader and the captain and the one in charge, basically telling all my older siblings what to do and how to do it. So that was my favorite part.
Yeah. Well, how was it being the captain? Because
Question, Christos. Dunya, it was her idea, but I said to her, I'm only doing it in one way. The only way I'm going to do it is because I can't take no instruction. So that happened.
See, like a true boss, she always has terms and conditions. And that's exactly why we had her being boss. So.
Oh my god.
But
Okay,
she did
so
a great job.
yeah.
It wasn't easy for her to control all of us, but she did it.
I have a question here. Who was the
I got in
hardest one to
trouble, too,
control?
on stage.
Sam.
Of course.
No, you know, we all know each other's strengths and weaknesses very well, so we know where we fit in the right situations, and including the fast money there at the end.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna talk about that later in the show.
Oops, did I put the cart before the horse?
It's fine. It's fine. Let's just be quiet. Let's not talk about that part yet. But now I have some questions like for you guys individually. So Dunya, I'm gonna start with you. So you started the campaign to be on the show, of course. Now you didn't really explain that on the show, but how if some players want to like if teams want to be selected to play, can you tell us what they have to do like to absolutely guarantee that they're gonna get their spot?
Of course, you want to be, first of all, like what I did, which the producers were very impressed with, is that the first thing you want to do is right when they open up the Facebook, whenever they open up, they're now taking contestants. That's when you want to get on first and create a hashtag for your family, like what I did, hashtag Team Nash Meeting. And you want to be the first one to make the comment. And then you get all of your friends and your family. And like with me, it was my clients, my friends, relatives, family members. And they all just, and I asked them all, please, every week when they open up the page, you want to say, like, please, you guys help us out, help us get on. So they would do the people making the comments on social media. Bring the Najbidins, pick the Najbidins. They're the funniest. And so many things I didn't even tell people to say. They just said it because they truly believe we need to be on. So you just got to get the support from your friends, family, and get them on there every week and be the first one on there if you can, and just fire away with hashtag whatever your family name is.
Yeah, so you guys heard it.
And then you also want to tag Family Feud Canada. You want to tag them as well. And yeah, so I had like hundreds of people making comments. And of course, I would give them weekly reminders. Okay, you guys, please get on. Don't forget. And of course, they were more than happy to do it for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spent each week, I probably spent a few hours doing this. It wasn't like a few minutes. I was on it.
Yeah, well, it was worth it because you guys did so well, even though that one question for sudden death caused you guys to lose the game, but you guys were still really entertaining. I think this is the only show, those two games are the only episodes I watch over and over from all of the Family Feud Canada episodes. It's the only one.
We were very entertaining. I didn't realize until I watched it afterwards and thought, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah. It was crazy, to watch this from home. And, for me who actually saw it live and to see that they kept every single thing we said that we wanted, like that we were thinking, oh, well, we hope they keep it. Well, they kept everything we wanted them to keep. So in the cuts, so we're all like, oh, wow. So that was interesting. But yeah, also just for context, we're going to talk about the fast money later. But just to say, like when funny moments happen like that, the control room, like all the crew actually dies of laughter. Uh, Especially when Sam, decided to say that he would lend $5,000 to a friend. Yeah, he we died of laughter. It was crazy.
On that token, the support staff there, the soundstage staff, the DJ, and the camera people, they expressed their pleasure with our performances, I guess you could say too. But yeah, no, they did. A few of them did mention that they really enjoyed having us on the show and that we were a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, they're right. You guys were very fun to watch.
Well, Christos, you were in the control room, so
Oh, I have to spill all the
when we
secrets.
got on, you got to stay and watch us play. So
Yeah, what was that like in the control room?
yeah.
Oh my God, it was so fun. I got, first of all, seeing the answers before Jerry even knows that they were up there. That was fun to see. Like, because like you guys were, let's say, like when you guys were starting to play, and just everything was very interesting to watch, especially when you guys would start going, it's up there, and then we're all like, okay, let's just press the button so they could see the answer. It was crazy to see that, and all the cameras, the angles, everything was just, it was, yeah. And first of all, I also got to speak to Jerry in the headset, which was very interesting. I got to tell him something very funny also, which was not my idea. I'm gonna say it because I've already told Jerry. Because yeah, so basically, I had to say, "Okay, Jerry, that was hilarious, but you could do better next time." And that
Poor
was
Jerry
funny.
got roasted. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh no, but that wasn't the only roast when you guys were on there and when I was there.
Like your question on what makes me a better host than Jerry D. Oh man, we got him,
Yeah.
but he took it really good.
Yeah, listen. If Sam joins in here, we're gonna talk about his answer on my episode, but also, you guys, what he made you guys go through with the money and the everything. But yeah, all right. Second question for you, Donya, because you weren't done. Can you tell me a bit? Because you told me there was a story that was supposed to be mentioned on the show, but because of the campaign, they cut it out, and you didn't get the chance to mention this story about the career in your career for the.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it was important for them to bring up my campaign and how we got and getting on Family Feud, but that's okay. But the story that was replaced was me being a hairdresser. About 20 years ago, I had a client in my chair that was going into labor, and she was having contractions, and I was blow drying her hair the whole time. And I'm trying really, I'm getting stressed out, but at the same time, I'm checking on her. So, are you okay? She goes, yeah, no, just keep going. I want to look good for when I'm in the delivery room. And yeah, I have to say that's the first time in my hairdressing career I've ever had a lady go into labor in my chair. So I was going as fast as I can, and the husband was kept looking at me saying, hurry up. And I said, yeah, we're almost done. And then once I was done blow drying her hair, her husband took her off to the hospital. She went, and she texted me back about a couple of hours later and told me that she was the best looking mother in the maternity ward. So I was like, yes, I did my job.
Oh yeah, because women look so great after they've delivered a baby.
Well, this one looked fantastic. And by the way, I still do her hair. I do her son's hair. I do the whole family. So it's funny because she's still a part of my, my life, obviously. And we always laugh about that day.
All right, Nala, are you ready? Because I have 2 questions for you. Because you're the boss, you're the captain. We all know that. So first of all, how did you choose the members of this team? Because they're pretty strong players.
Okay, great. So, like I said before, the 3 of us as sisters were the non-negotiables. We are a package deal. No matter where we go, no matter what we do, we always do things, the 3 of us together at minimum. So that was the easy part. It was going to be the 3 of us. And then we raffled in the other 2. So we put our 5 brothers' names in a hat, and we picked 2 names. And it happened to be, at the time, it was Sam and Fahad, our youngest brother, Fahad. So those were the 5 that were going in, and Sign was going to be the backup. When we got closer to the show, the producers actually requested it that we have Sein play the game and Fahad be the backup. And I think it was because we were telling them how unpredictable he is and always is. Heard he off the
Not
stage,
true.
Halen or kiss jump or whatever you want to call it. He is very he's the loose cannon is what we call him. So that's how 5 members.
Wow. Okay, now the next question, it's going to be a little tricky, but I still want to see what answer you're going to come up with. If you had to switch a member of the team, who would it be and why?
Who do you want to answer this one, Nahla?
This is my question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, go ahead.
I have an answer in my mind, but I'm going to let you answer it.
Okay, the person it's not going to be a fan favorite, but I absolutely kick Sam out. He was
Oh, yeah.
he was too hard to manage, and unfortunately he wasn't actually well that day. He had a very, very sore back. He shouldn't have been playing anyways. He could barely walk, and he was on a lot of painkillers. So his answers were, not the greatest. So if I had to swap one out, I would take Sam out and sub Fahad back in.
Yeah.
But he did pretty good considering he was in a lot of pain. But yeah, some of his answers were questionable.
Yeah. Let's not. This is the answers, especially the money and the heavy body part and the pretzel. But yeah, actually, I know Sam's not here yet, but I actually wanted because I'm dying to show you guys the clip. So Sam actually tried pretzels and gravy. First of all, I can't believe you drove to Kentucky just for that, just for the gravy. And it's hilarious. Just wow, like
So you do like pretzels and gravy,
hey? Jerry, you have no idea how good this is.
Number one answer.
It's up there, Jerry.
It's up there. It's up there.
He just had to validate why he chose that answer, which everybody knew was a terrible answer. But he had to justify it and make it seem like he actually liked pretzels and gravy, which we all know was a lie.
Yeah. Hold on. I think this video is kind of breaking news. Do you guys remember this? Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a goober.
We went to go visit him. We said, that's it. You're going to eat this and you're going to enjoy it.
Yep.
Oh god.
Cost us $10,000. Darn it. You're going to eat that gravy and you're going to dip that pretzel in it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just it's crazy. First of all, I can't believe he like was because you guys were close. I mean, hold on, what score you? I think Nala, you ended with 96 points. Listen, if Sam was, I think Sam would be capable to actually answer the questions properly and get you the money. But he said, "I'm gonna come here and I want to go viral." And I think y'all can validate that was his only reason why he was on the show, because he wanted to go viral and meet Jerry D.
I can't speak for him, but for what I witnessed, I think he went in there full intention to go viral. I think
it was crazy. Okay, Sign, I have some questions for you. So I heard you had to ask the producers for Crazy Glue. We kind of covered that already, but what exactly happened?
You're getting some background noise at my end, buddy. I don't know if you're aware of that. I can hear.
Yeah, I hear that a bit.
Okay, just making sure you're aware of any little technical difficulties.
It's okay. It's our first episode, so it's...
Yeah, the shoe heel was somewhat misfortunate. There's a bit of a backstory to those shoes, actually. I had just purchased them, and I really like them. They're comfortable. They're a nice brand. They're good shoes. And I took a drive for work to Red Deer one day, and I hopped out of the car after arriving in Red Deer, and one heel fell off. And I was walking into the location, the other heel fell off, and I was like, well, isn't that something? New pair of shoes. So the industry I work in is the auto body collision repair franchises, and that's where I was going into, as a body shop. So we took a plastic repair kit that you would usually use for bumper covers and plastic parts on cars, and we fixed my shoes on site. And they lasted for a year until I got to Family Feud. And then I was wearing them when I did the, what we call the Dave Lee Roth jump off of the stage when we were introduced. And we had to do about 4 or 5 takes. I'm not sure why. They were having some sort of difficulty, if I remember correctly. It wasn't us or anything we were doing, but there was something on the CBC end that wasn't working right. And they made us retake and retake. How many did we do? 3 or 4?
I just remember one of them was because my name tag fell off, but I wasn't sure about
That's
the
the
other
only one I can remember too.
No, there was
about 4 or 5.
How many times?
Yeah. But they didn't catch something right
Yeah,
the next time or whatever. So
Yeah. Now
on the very second last one, my heel had popped off, and I asked that producer, that lady. She was really nice, actually, really good to work with. She hustled, man, and she busted.
Monique.
Every time she went and got something, she moved like the Roadrunner across that stage. But
She was
he
amazing.
was like, well, I don't know if we're going to have any glue. I says, you're on the soundstage. Somebody here is going to have some crazy glue. And boom, she ran off, and she came back in about 30 seconds with it. I fixed my shoe. And by the time the glue set, the heel was off center, actually, and that was a little uncomfortable. So that was the last day for those shoes. They went in the garbage can after at that wonderful hotel that they put us up in at Family Feud.
yeah, that hotel was very nice. First of all,
Oh, yeah.
what are the odds we would have run into each other in that hotel? So, guys, this is how I got in touch with the Najmuddins. We run into them at the hotel the Sunday morning when we were leaving, and we actually saw them twice. So we saw them once when they were going for breakfast, and then I saw them again when I was leaving. So that was good.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Nahla, Donya, and Noha because you, Sign and Sam were at the you guys were at the
Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Which was also a fun thing to do. We went there the first day we
Fame,
got there.
Of course, yeah.
I had one more question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So every time you got a good answer, you would kiss your flexed muscles. But every time, you would get an X, you were not impressed. Tell us why.
Whenever I got what? Sorry, what was the second part?
X. The X.
Oh, the X. I wasn't too impressed. Yeah, I'm not a good loser. So yeah.
How about every time you got an answer right, Sam? What did you do?
Well, kissing the flex muscle was because it's only my sisters there. There was no other female company around. Usually the whatever girls around getting all excited will come over and kiss that bicep for me. But so I had to do it myself on stage there.
Whatever.
And as for getting axed and freezing on my very first question, yeah, I don't enjoy that very much.
Listen, it's okay. It's okay. You still got good answers up there. First of all, the reaction when the question was name something you enjoy, even if it's a little name something you would enjoy if it's a little more cheesy. And you said cheeseburger. Your reaction when it wasn't up there was just gold.
You were so.
I said cheeseburger. I
said a good old cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
And then
doing an SNL skit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was going to do it, actually. I chickened out on that one. I should have done it.
So, Noha, I'm going to go to you now for certain questions. For game 2, sudden death. That first of all, again, that was sad to watch because you guys were so close, and that question caused you guys to leave. But you guys still did well, like I mentioned. But Noha, what were you thinking? So the question was, name a famous fictional frog. What were you thinking? What if you buzzed in first? What would you have answered?
First of all, going up to the podium, I was horrified because I knew this was it. And I had a feeling that it wasn't going to go well. So I was very nervous, and you could tell by my face. I think they showed my facial expression on the show, and it was like, ah. Anyway, so when they asked that question, I'll be honest, Christos, I had no idea what my answer was going to be, but I went for the buzzer anyway. I thought I'd give it a try. I thought maybe once I hit it, something will come to my mind. But the princess frog was in my head. Like I had no idea. We were losing regardless if I hit it.
Yeah, well, again, I mean,
so I was actually kind of glad that she hit the buzzer first. and answered, because if I was going to answer, I would have got it wrong anyway.
Just
I
curious,
mean,
what's the princess
that's
frog?
I have no
that's
idea.
bad. That's bad though. When you buzz in and you're like, oh, that, and it's not there. But you know, something else is bad though. When you buzz in and then you freeze, that's a bad, like, it happened. I
Yeah.
remember it happened to you, Donya, when
It did.
yeah, name something you might get, even if it's a little scary, and then you just freeze.
The
And
way
they
they
buzz you so
structure
fast.
the way they structure all the questions on the show, they appear to be simple questions, but the way that in the manner it's asked, it confuses you a bit.
That
Yeah.
one did a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
that
it
chicken
kind of
one.
influences the way you have to answer it, and that's what I found with the questions. As much as they seem so simple, it's the way they ask them to you. Well, sometimes in a reverse fashion.
Yeah.
Like a lawyer would continue to ask questions.
Yeah, I mean that the funny part of that question, your facial expression when Sam said new house. I don't have the picture with me here. I was supposed to, but I don't have it.
Which
Why
one?
did you decide to do that? You go, oh, it's up there. Oh, it's up there.
This
I didn't even have an answer. And then when it went to Sam, he asked Sam the same question. Sam goes, a new house. I looked at him like, okay, yeah, it's up there. I was trying to be supportive. And then I forgot all about that. And then when we watched the game, Sam looked at me and he goes, hey, what the heck, man? He goes, what was that look for? I felt bad afterwards. I wasn't convinced, but it turned out to be up there because mortgage flipped. It was a mortgage, so he got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Do we have any?
Because I didn't realize I made that face.
Well, speaking of Sam, do we have any update if he's gonna come? Because I have some other questions. Because I know we have some time.
Well, he's not here. We're going to assume that he's not able to join because he was supposed to work today.
Okay. So another question I had was, what were you guys gonna do with the money if you guys would have won it? Which clearly did not happen thanks to Sam. Donya, go ahead.
Just three of us sisters were going to go buy LV bags. But that didn't happen.
Dang.
Okay. This is crazy. Nala, what were you gonna do if? Oh well.
LV bag, absolutely. Wouldn't have even paid for one of them, but at least put a dent in one.
Sign.
Unlike the girls that like to throw money into fireplaces and just burn it like that, I was going to get tires for my truck.
And Noha the bag. Okay. Well, I mean, Donya,
Well, hang
I
on,
think you-
because Dunya answered for her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How many times did you need to hear LV bag?
That's
Sorry,
okay.
I noticed after when I said it. I go, oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. I went and answered for all of us.
Yeah. But Donya, I think you know what Sam would have done with his money. Can you say it because he's not here right now? But I really want to know.
We had it on the documents. He was going to go to Turkey and get some new hair plugs. He wanted his 80s afro back. That's exactly how he put it. I want my 80s throwback. Poor guy.
All right, so I think that those are enough questions that I have for the Family Feud thing. But I also wanted to bring up the Edmonton Newcomer Center because Nala and Donya, you guys are donors. Tell us about that center.
Oh, thanks, Christos. This one kind of holds a special place in our hearts. I started it and I got Noha Nahla to come to a few events, but Noha's she lives in BC now. But anyways, Nahla and I went to one luncheon and we were just so touched by the impact stories from the immigrants that come from all over the world and they come to Edmonton and they just need help, support, they need guidance. They're starting a new life here from a different country. And some of them were sent here not by choice because they left because, obviously some countries around the world are being hit hard. And so me and Anna just decided we'd like to give back. Our parents are immigrants from Lebanon and they didn't have this kind of stuff for my mom and dad back in the day. And now they have all these free resources by some government funding, but they rely on people to donate. So me and Nahla want to be a part of it. And now we're part of we're going to be there end of the month for a special lunch and we're going to speak.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah. They asked me and Nala to make a little speech.
So like shown on the bottom of the screen, if you guys want to help the Edmonton newcomers by donating, the link is in our bio. So go ahead and do it.
Thank you so much, Christos. Yeah. It's
All
a
right.
great organization.
Yeah, it is. I've read some stuff. Even though I live in Montreal, I still have read a couple of things that you've told me about that. All right. So we're gonna end this podcast episode. I have a video that has some of your fantastic moments on the show for all of you. Actually, I tried to gather some moments, but
Oh.
That was the first round team before the cuts.
Yeah.
Playing today against the Najmuddin family. Let's say hello to them. Nala, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. Tell me who you brought with you today.
I brought my beautiful sister Dunya, my handsome brother Sam, my other handsome brother Hussein, and my beautiful sister Noha. Jerry, we are proud Lebanese Canadians, and it is a tradition of ours at weddings for the newlywed couple to place sticky dough on the front of the matrimonial home before entering. If that dough sticks, that means the marriage will last, and if the dough does not stick, then you just pray for the best. So, we would like to show you and everybody here that the Najmuddins are here to stay and here to win.
That's not good if it falls right off. Day one.
Day one is due.
And it's already. Hey, that's a great tradition. That's a good one too. Early lead. Let's keep going. Give me Dunya. Give me Khalil.
Dunya.
I love this part.
All right, Dunya.
Dunya.
That's correct.
Dunya. And it's pronounced Dunya?
Dunya.
Dunya. Dunya.
You got it.
I said Dunya, and you want it to be Dunya.
Okay.
I
You
was
got
a
it.
little off.
So just a little.
Say my name.
Jerry.
It's Jerry.
That was funny.
Say it again. Say it.
Jetty.
That was good. All right, you two. Got you with me.
Oh, it's not there. It's not up there.
That was the best moment.
Best part.
All right, the Najmuddin family.
Yay!
Apologies for playing. Who's playing Fast Money? Nala and Sam will play Fast Money right after the break. So go ahead. It's gonna work out. So nice to meet all of you again. See you later. See you.
See ya.
At this point, I saw Nala's confidence that you guys were gonna get the money, and it was just, it was so bad. It was so sad to watch you guys be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get it," and then that happens. Oh god, that was.
That's okay.
Now to end the clip,
That's okay.
I think the last clip I have put in there is the fast money round just for Sam because that's the funny one. And I was trying to fit Nala's fast money, well, the full entire thing, but I couldn't. There was some technical difficulty, but here we go.
All right, to
This
finish
one.
this off,
Oh.
Chewbacca, let's just, we learned a little bit about you here. Name a hairy body part. You said? Well, you didn't say that word. You just said a different word. If 82 people and 31 already said, hey, look, you lost. You lost.
Oh my god.
You lost. You're not winning. I'm not going to try to trick you. Survey said. There you go.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah, that's a great
that
shot.
was.
I don't remember. Oh, that was at the house.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
our watch party.
That's a good picture.
God, that was crazy.
Crystal, I have to add, I think Noah brought it up.
Go ahead.
For the fast money, I think Jerry spent the most time talking about the fast money out of all the shows we watched this year. Our fast money segment was the longest because Jerry just couldn't stop laughing and joking around with all of Sam's answers.
Yeah. This was very fun. Well, I guess that is it because I don't have any other questions. Actually, I actually wanted to watch the audition tape, if it's okay with the boss.
The application video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
video you guys sent in. So we're gonna watch that, and then the first episode is gonna be over. For that's it.
Okay.
Oh, hi
The
there.
audition. This.
I am 54
I wasn't sure what
years
you were
old.
talking about.
I am the mother of 2 adults and bank area manager. I am number 8 of 9 stars of the Najmuddin family. I'm also the team captain of Family Feud show. And the reason for this is that everybody in my family knows that I'm the boss. And I really enjoy being in control. My beautiful sister Dunya.
Yes,
Do
beautiful.
you happen to have an 8?
I absolutely do, my lovely sister.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then. My name is Dunya, 57 years old. I'm a hairstylist, mother of 3, grandmother of 4, love to travel and go shopping. Our parents immigrated from Lebanon 65 years ago and chose Edmonton, Alberta as a land of opportunity, where we all found success because of them. Alrighty then. My absolutely gorgeous, handsome Sammy brother. Jack, Jack.
Oh my goodness, do I ever? You're so wonderful and beautiful.
Thank you.
There
Thank
go.
you so much.
I'm Sam. I'm number 7 of the 9 stars. 56 years old, 4 children of my own, and a grandchild on the way. Been a police officer for over 20 years and been involved in minor sports for over 30 years. Now, growing up in our house, honestly, it was like growing up in a sitcom or on a game show. Every day, every night, people quoting every movie line they could think of and reenacting game shows. Life was a box of chocolates in our house because you just never knew what you're gonna get. Hey, little buddy, you got a nut?
As a matter of fact, I don't. Go fish.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, my name's Fahad. I'm the 9th star of this family. Married father of 2, and I've been in the automotive industry for the last 27 years. In case you haven't noticed, our superpower is movie quotes. And unfortunately, we're missing star number 3, our matriarch Noha. She wasn't able to make the video, but it was always a dream of hers to be on Family Feud, and it's been a dream of all of ours to be on the show. Nahla?
You know, as team captain, I really did have my work cut out for me, trying to choose the other 4, the other 4 members of this team. And let me just explain a little bit about how I came to this selection. So this is my sister Dunya. Obviously, you've already met. If I didn't bring her on the show or on the team, she threatened to start charging me for my beautiful hair. And for Sam, the reason why I chose Sam is that he wouldn't get me out of speeding tickets
Hey,
anymore.
make an offer, you can't refuse.
And my sister Noha, she threatened to never cook for me again if I didn't bring her on the team. And the reason why I chose Fahad is he's the baby of the family, and baby always gets what baby wants.
And as a matter of fact, I want to be on the Family Feud.
And you guys need us on Family Feud.
I love this show.
Icons.
Me and Nahla both fight. Who's gonna be
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was a lot of fun.
Got it.
That was
You know
so
what?
fun to watch.
Well, after watching that, it's just amazing at how we ever got on that freaking show, actually. Oh, pluck
Oh
my
my God.
eye out with a spoon.
That was so fun. Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for being on the first ever episode. I really appreciate it. It was very fun to go through all this again. And
Well,
that's
Crystal,
all.
it
See you
was
guys.
great meeting you. I mean, the best part of being on the Family Feud was to do that special segment with you, and we had no idea it was happening. We're so glad that and honored that they chose us, and we have a lifelong friendship with you, little buddy. And good luck to you with, with your new career here, because obviously you're going to be a star. You're great
Thank
at
you
what
so
you do.
much. Thank you guys so much for being here, and it was an honor for you guys to be my first guest. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first ever episode of the CS Podcast. I'm your host, Christos Sainis, signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.